Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize. We started to do a live show a little while ago, and the song played, which happened to be by Shinedown, Simple Man. And as soon as the song was over, all of a sudden I got the boot. And I would like to think that that's probably not on accident. Especially talking about, the Bundys. There's a lot of things that I wanted to cover today, but the main reason why I'm coming to the air, this is my first time in a long time, and I apologize if you hear any background noise. I'm on the road, and I got to thinking, for most of you that don't know, I'm a truck driver, and I got to thinking, this whole Bundy situation's been going on for a long time, and I'm very happy that the Bundys, they've been released, their cases are being thrown out. There has been some information leaked that supposedly President Trump is going to pardon all of, anybody that was involved with the Bundy trial. If that is true, that is awesome. That's great information. But the one thing that I have to ask everybody else is, what about Massey? For those of you that don't know about Massey, aka Kevin Massey, Casey is incarcerated in Texas. Casey used to go down to Brownsville, Texas, and he was part of the, of the crew that was down in Brownsville that used to patrol the border down there and send illegals back. Used to help out Border Patrol and everything else. Well, something had happened, and the feds got involved. I'm not going to tell the whole story because you can find more information online than I'm going to sit here and tell you about it. But Casey was put in jail, and he was incarcerated illegally. Some people will sit there and argue with me and tell me that I'm wrong, and that's fine. I don't need to sit here and argue with anybody about it. Casey's in jail, and he shouldn't be in jail. But there hasn't been any public outrage like there was for the Bundys. And Casey has been in jail longer than the Bundys were fighting their case. But there hasn't been any, public outpour and, outrage or anybody going to his defense or going to his, court cases when he had them going on and everything else, and nobody doing any of that. He's got an appeal going on right now that the judge keeps fighting him on. He's sick and he needs medical attention, and they're not giving him the proper attention that he needs. And nobody's doing anything about it. Nobody is supporting KC like they did the Bundys. Nobody's supporting the Hammonds like they did the Bundys. There's a lot of people that are in jail right now, wrongfully, and they're not getting the support from the Patriot community or from anybody. Casey said that he doesn't get people to write him very often. We have posted his name and address and everything else for where he's incarcerated many times for people to be able to write him. And he said he writes everybody back. But he said that he has not gotten as many letters as, to be expected. And it's really sad, folks. It's really sad. Casey is a very, very good man, but right now he's very bitter. And I would be as well. To stand up for your country, go down to the border, help out Border Patrol, he was a humanitarian of the year from Habitat for Humanity. He used to build houses for people that didn't have houses, and used to do that with Habitat for Humanity. I mean, Casey's a very, very good man. He's a stand-up patriot. But as I said, he's very bitter. And what I would like to know is, where is the public outpour? And where are all the patriots and everybody to stand up for Casey? It's a damn shame that he did not get the same support. Man, not even 1/10 of the support that the Bundys got. Now look, I get it. Some people are going to say, yeah, but, he wasn't all over the news, and, documentaries weren't made about him, and, he didn't have out, all these news outlets following him around and, following his case and everything else and whatever. You're right. He didn't have that kind of publicity, but he should have. He was part of Vice's documentaries about the border. He was in the movie, Borderland, I think is the name of it. He was in that movie. It's a damn shame, folks, that we're not doing something to give him the support that he... I'm trying to think of a good word here that he should be given. I'm just wondering, what is it going to take for the Patriots to really come together as a community and really help each other out? There's so much fighting within the Patriot community right now, and the 3%ers. I gotta tell you, I'm friends with a lot of Patriots, a lot of 3%ers, and, there's some 3%ers that are spreading garbage and lies about other 3%ers and trying to make them look bad. And I just don't get it. I don't understand. Why does there always have to be, some kind of division, and separation within the 3% community and the Patriots? I don't understand why it has to happen all the time. I really don't. I'm not going to be on here long. I just wanted to come in and I wanted to cover it and let it be known that, about Casey needing support, and he should be getting it. He deserves it. And then to talk about the Bundys, today Cliven Bundy was released and his case was thrown out. There is information that's been leaked out via Roger Stone that anybody involved with the Bundy trial, that everything is going to be pardoned by President Trump. I hope that's correct. I hope that's true. I've had Cliven Bundy on the show before. Cliven is a very nice man. The guy's got balls the size of boulders to stand up for, his property and to stand up against the alphabet gangs and everything else and do what he did. That takes a very, very strong man with a lot of backbone. And, if you talk about the Bundys, you're definitely talking about people with some backbone and people that stood up and, took down the giant and stood up to the alphabet gangs, that's for sure. But as I said, I'm not going to, sit here and give you guys a bunch of background noise for a long time. I don't even know what it sounds like, but I'm guessing that it's probably sounding not too good, so I'm not going to stay on here. But please, if you are somebody that stood up for the Bundys and you covered them, or you were following them, and and all the information and everything that was going on with them, please try to give the same kind of support to Casey. If you don't know about Casey Massey, his name is Kevin Massey. Look him up. Look up his information. Learn a little bit about him. I think that you would be pleasantly surprised. I mean, there's probably a lot of disinformation out there also, but please look into it and do your homework. All right. Good night, everybody. Be safe.
In a world where the Constitution is under attack, you're listening to the Rage Against the Regime podcast. Don't be a stranger. Like Rage Against the Regime podcast on Facebook or tweet us at RATR Podcast.